You're listening to the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
All right, well, I'll just start. The opening of the show was Triple H came to the ring. Basically, this was his opening show promo about Brock Lesnar viciously and violently breaking his arm with a Kimura arm lock. As we were made aware last week, he is in a robotic brace that allows him full range of movement. Blah, 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 blah. Essentially, they showed a lot of replays of this, Brock breaking the arm, and Triple H went in on Brock Lesnar. He essentially said that Brock Lesnar had all the potential in the world in professional wrestling. Then he quit. When things got hard, he said Lesnar quit. And then Brock Lesnar left the WWE, didn't mention football, didn't mention New Japan, but he did say Brock Lesnar went to the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Then he said he had the great potential in the UFC. And then when he got beat up, he quit. So he really made Brock Lesnar come across as a quitter. And then we have Brock Lesnar's music hit. But we don't get Brock Lesnar. We get Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman comes out and says that John Laurinaitis had enacted a verbal contract with Brock Lesnar. And since they had millions of people that viewed this verbal contract agreement, that it was the same thing as a written contract. All of the demands Brock had made a few weeks ago, he needed Triple H to stand by. And since Triple H had not, and in fact, I believe had fired Brock Lesnar last week, he was suing the company. Then Paul Heyman, being Paul Heyman, continued to go after Triple H. Triple H physically assaulted Paul Heyman. He said he was going to give Brock Lesnar everything he wanted and more, then walked off. And Paul Heyman informed Triple H that he had another lawsuit on his hands for assault and battery. Triple H, for those mixed martial arts fans out there, and I know that the percentages overall isn't as high as we would think who watch both. I mean, we know the story of Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar wasn't a quitter, at least in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. I mean, what happened between him and WWE the first time, it's murky. There was lawsuits. We know what happened to him in the UFC. He was defeated by diverticulitis, and also by a lot of evolving strikers that came in the heavyweight division. But you'd have to think he wouldn't have quit if he wouldn't have had the diverticulitis. He seemed like he would have held out for at least one more big fight. Triple H really came across, I don't want to say as a heel, but, I mean, that was kind of a statement I don't know if I'd make as a babyface that he quit the UFC, because a quick Google search or a Wikipedia lookup would tell you why he quit. Heyman was great. Other than that one minor, silly, stupid complaint I have about Triple H was great here. Paul Heyman is undisputedly the best vocal performer they have in the company, period. I mean, Paul Heyman is really good at the little things, some of his facials, what did he do with his voice. Paul Heyman's really, really good. Really, really good. Triple H is really good too, but he's not on the level of Heyman. It was kind of evident there. Triple H name dropped the name Bruno Sammartino when he was saying all the ex-champions that Lesnar had offended. It was really, really good segment.